Hello, welcome to the accidentally streamed live stream. We're live streaming. We'll do some news because I know the Stay Play is actually on. It's gonna be on at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live streaming that. But this is gonna be my live reaction this morning to not live reaction, live predictions. Sorry, live predictions, not live reaction. So we are here live here. 1 second. Get that music going. Got it. One. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, testing. Welcome. I think I went live on the wrong stream. Does it say live reaction? I think I went live on the wrong stream. If it says live reaction, then I went live on the wrong stream. I'll be streaming, of course, the State of Play later on, but I might have gone live on the wrong stream if this one says State of Play, because it's not a State of Play. It's a state of me, right? It's a state of us, the state of Mike. Here, let me go ahead and yep. I went live on the wrong yeah, that's exactly what happened. I'm gonna have to rename it live prediction instead of live reaction. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Look at you guys. You guys are awesome for being here. Thank you. Let me 1 second. And prediction. All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys have fun. I mean, hope you guys had a good night or whatever you're from. I think if you're in UK, you've probably been up for hours. But this is not supposed to be. I went live on the wrong stream, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some rumors and some leaks and some news and a Q&A this morning. And we will then come back later on today for the live stream for the State of Play. But right now, let's see here. I had another stream planned, but I went live on the wrong one, and that's okay. But we'll talk about. Let me go ahead and switch to. No, YouTube channel IQ 5. That's what it is. That's not a good name. I'm not trying to milk it for Nintendo rumor. I don't cover Nintendo rumors like that. I don't think PlayStation has nothing for Nintendo. That's unrealistic. That's copium. PlayStation has never given anything for Nintendo on their presentations. If PlayStation were to give anything to Nintendo would announce it on their Nintendo Direct, because it will be a big announcement. So it will be on the Nintendo Direct. And so this is a news live stream. I am going to update on Nintendo news. And yeah, I think I went live on the wrong stream. It's not a reaction, it's a news. So what I renamed it to predictions, because we can talk about predictions. And no, I don't expect Nintendo anything Nintendo on a PlayStation. I do not expect anything Nintendo on a PlayStation State of Play. No, it's not realistic. I've seen the leaks show PlayStation is bringing something to Nintendo. I mean, if it does happen, Physique, if it does happen, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. And I welcome it, right? Is it a leak or is it a rumor, like something out there that somebody said? Because if somebody said something, it's a rumor. If you saw with your eyes an image, if you saw, let's say, a listing that went up on the store and then was taken down, right? Then that's a leak. But if somebody said something, it's considered a rumor, right? Even if Nate the Hate said it, Nate the Hate is a good, credible source, right? Even if Nate the Hate said it, like he said it, we're taking his word. That's a rumor. If a store, retail, Walmart, sometimes Walmart of Canada, or another store leaked out something related to game. What game is it? I was an image of something to do with God of War. God of War to Nintendo Switch 2 is a big deal. It's a huge deal. And if it was an image and it had Nintendo Switch 2 and God of War in it, that's a huge deal. If you can give me that image, that'll be awesome, man. I would appreciate it so much. That is a big deal. I mean, so far, we'll see what happens. But if that's a deal, man, I give it to PlayStation for doing that. That's a big, bold move. And that'll be incredible. But as I always told my audience, I never. When we go into presentations, the reason why I'm live streaming, or I will live stream later on the State of Play, is because I am a PlayStation fan. It's right, that big giant thing right there. See, although I run a mostly Nintendo channel, I am also a PlayStation fan, and we have a lot of PlayStation users in our audience as well. So, but I always tell them, hey, go into this presentation with almost no expectations. That way you're never let down, and there's nowhere to go but up, right? And if you find one game or two games that are for you in the lineup of 20, then you've already won, right? You've already won. So it's not about a bad presentation, like I said with Nintendo Directs, or a good one. It's about you personally. If you found a game, they say, man, I need to get this game. You're gonna put some hours into it, then you've already won. That's a good presentation for you, right? We might not all get what we want. Like, I want to get a Spider-Man 3. I'm not sure if that's realistic. I know Wolverine is also coming out. I'm looking forward to that one. I really hope that my favorite games on PS5 have been the Spider-Man franchise with Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. And then I know in the background, in the buildings, lurking, like they're just looking at me and laughing at me, was the Avengers building. Right? The Avengers building was there. And so I would love to see an Avengers game in the same universe as the Spider-Man franchise, right? To continue the story, but with the Avengers, because the building is there, they have to be there too. They're just maybe off some other planet fighting some kind of crime or whatever. But yeah, I love the Spider-Man universe in PS5. The latest game I'm playing is Expedition 33. And I'm also playing, although Final Fantasy Remake came out on Switch 2, I've already played it on PS5, so I'm good there. I have Rebirth. I got Rebirth on PS5 also. I'm hoping to get the next Final Fantasy. the next Final Fantasy game announced on this PlayStation State of Play, right? Although Square Enix with a classic Squaresoft, remember Squaresoft? Square Enix is now apparently with Final Fantasy multi-platform. Final Fantasy Remake was originally released on PS5 and so did Rebirth. So I'm expecting maybe Final Fantasy, the third announcement for the third game, to be on a State of Play first, right? Give Sony that, So Marvel Rivals on Switch 2 would be amazing. Yeah, it would be awesome. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, that would be incredible. That'd be incredible. But God of War, man, God of War is such a great franchise, man. And if God of War makes it to Nintendo Switch 2, if Sony, Sony and Nintendo are already collaborating on the movie sphere, right? Maybe they will show off GTA 6. That would be amazing too. That would be incredible. I know a lot of people are waiting for that GTA 6. So GTA 6 is another game, highly anticipated. I played GTA 5 for a little bit. I played GTA the first one and then GTA 5 a little bit, and now I'm looking forward to GTA 6 because it takes place in my back. GTA 6 takes place in my backyard. I live in Florida, right? Miami is about 3 hours away from me. And so I'm like, man, I'm looking forward to this one because this one is very close to me, So, and it looks incredible also. It looks incredible. I don't know. GTA 6 is a mega game. I don't know if that's ever gonna make it to Switch 2. If it does, they're probably gonna have to divide it into 10 cartridges. 10 cartridges. And you have to switch cartridges in between. Good afternoon, Mike. Everyone didn't know this was happening today. I'm in the bath right now and body kicking my eating biscuits from yesterday. Unfortunately, I went live on the wrong stream. Sorry, guys. I really appreciate. I'm sorry about that. This live stream is about news. We'll talk about rumors. We'll talk about leaks and stuff like that. We'll see how credible they are, right? And I went live on the wrong stream, but we're here, right? We're here. What's your take on General Direct? I'm gonna say 70%. 70%. In January, I told everyone, hey, there is a Nintendo Direct coming in the third week of February. Third week of February. Let me go ahead here quickly. XCOM. So in January, this year in January, I put together, very reasonable, just kind of using reason, right? Because I'm looking at Nintendo's history. I came up with the conclusion, well, not conclusion, more like the theory that Nintendo was going to have a Nintendo Direct in February. First, because they always do, whether it's a partner direct or a full direct, right? The other theory that I had was, I think I have it here. Let's see here. The other theory that I had was that we have the anniversary of The Legend of Zelda happening in February. Okay, February 21st, and that falls on a Saturday. Now, Nintendo, they had an anniversary for Mario, and that also fell on a Saturday. What they did was add have the Nintendo Direct on a Friday. And so we had a full hour Nintendo Direct on a Friday with the first 15 minutes dedicated to Mario's 40th anniversary. And I said, hey, do you know that Zelda's anniversary also falls on a Friday? And so we have Mario Tennis Fever happening on the 12th today, right? Happy Mario Tennis Fever Day. And wait a minute, let me go ahead and dream a little more with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you more than you know. You're awesome. I love you, and I thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I want to welcome to the channel everyone who accepted those gifted memberships. You have a lot of perks on the channel. You got videos, you have skits, you have a lot of emojis. There's a lot more coming to the channel. Thank you, Dream. I appreciate your support more than you know. Welcome. Let's see here. Mazika, welcome to the channel. We got Mabel Lost. We got Brittany King, welcome to the channel. We got Nick Coolman, welcome to the channel as well. I appreciate you. And we got Sinner 6406. Welcome to the channel. Thank you once again, Dream, for that. Let's see here. I like Brie and Nikki Bella too. Yeah. The Bella twins. So yeah, if you look at this post right here, right now, I said around January 12th, I said I'm not a leaker, I'm not a professional educator, I will things into existence. So with that said, I present to you the biggest announcement of the year happening in the upcoming Nintendo Direct on February 20th, a Friday. Nintendo Switch 2 add-on screen accessory, right? That this is what I posted on January 12th, exactly 1 month ago. Okay, exactly 1 month ago, I made this post on X. Okay, and I predicted that the Nintendo Direct will be in the 3rd week of February. Why? Because the 3rd week of February is when the anniversary of Zelda happens, right? And so, you know, I shared this right here. You know, the reason why I shared it is because this really cool animation didn't come out of anywhere, right? It didn't come out of anywhere. Actually, if you are new to the channel, you know that the news that I provide or the leaks or the whatever never comes out of anywhere. It doesn't come out of hearsay. It comes out of either patents or trademarks, right? It comes out of real information that from Nintendo. And so if you look at this image happening right now on screen, you'll notice a Nintendo Switch, right? Of course, the biggest thing is the second screen. That second screen is there because of a patent discovery that I made. I found the patent about the second screen, right? I shared it on my X account. It went viral, and people started making their own versions of what the patent was saying. And so this person made that based on the patent. Second, if you notice what the Switch does, look at the animation. Before he connects the screen, look what happens with the Switch. Watch. It flips over. Why does it flip over? Because then the port in the middle is centered, right? And why is a port in the middle being up and centered important? Because that is the display out port. Any display that is connected to the Nintendo Switch 2 has to be on that port. The top port for the Nintendo Switch 2 is a data/camera port. But the port at the bottom, the USB-C, is a display port. That is what gives you the image onto your TV, onto your Nintendo Switch dock. Okay, so there is another patent. Again, another patent, and remember, patents are legal documents owned by Nintendo, published on the government website. There's another patent that shows the flipping of the Nintendo Switch 2 on the other side. Okay, now right now, if you let me go ahead and if you let me do a little demo here, a little demo for you guys. Maybe this one. So now, if you were to take your Switch 2, right, and as you notice here, it's right side up, right? It's right side up, and you take your Switch 2, you take off the Joy-Cons, you flip it, okay? So it's flipped, and you take the Joy-Cons. It looks like it's right side up, right? Right side up. But it's not. It's upside down. You see how perfectly it snaps together? It fits, and it's also directly connected to the charger. It snaps perfectly and it doesn't even look odd. It looks normal. But with the Joy-Con upside down, right? So that leaves the display port on top, right on top. And right on top can be the second display. Okay? Now, of course, that is the reason for that post that I made on X, to kind of everything I speak out is because I see it in patents. And right now, if I were to turn on, oh yeah, okay, wait, if I were to turn on the sound, look, because it's upside down, but with the software update, this would allow it to then flip the entire screen. You know, right now it's not really active, but with the software update, once you flip the switch, just like you do with the iPhone, right? With your phone, if you flip the iPhone, it'll kind of adjust, right? And so there, and why we want this? Well, Nintendo DS games, right? Nintendo DS games. There's also, let's see here, Nintendo DS and Wii. Nintendo DS. There is also the rumor. There's also the rumor that Nintendo is bringing Nintendo DS, Nintendo Wii, and Sega CD to Nintendo Switch. Let's back it out. Just switch this. So there's also the rumor that Nintendo's bringing Nintendo DS, Sega CD, and coming to NSO, right? To Nintendo Switch Online. This is new. This leak, this rumor is new. It's from February 11th. Okay, today's the 12th. February 11th. Okay. Now, if we go to the source, here on X. This comes from a conversation that Nick says, yeah, that's what I've been told, at least eventually. Not sure if it's anytime soon. This is just a standard placeholder support page, supposed to be for the nunchuck too. So the nunchuck, there's a new nunchuck that you could buy and a Wiimote that doesn't need a sensor bar. But this is the conversation here For sure, you'd be right. You'd be right there. I was just saying more generally. They're doing DS with an extra screen, and we with a new remote that doesn't need a sensor bar and Sega CD. So you put these rumors, right? They're not really leaks, they're just rumors right now. With the potential leaks from the patents, it makes everything is connected, right? And so that's why I posted on X. My predictions for the Nintendo Direct happening on the third week of February. The Wii Mini, that'll be. That'd be cool. But if the Wii comes to it'll be on NSO, and they will do like a nunchuck controller, just like the Wii, a nunchuck and a Wiimote. So it would be a nunchuck and a Wiimote for Nintendo Wii games on NSO, and Wii games are easier to bring because they're just a single screen, right? State of Play is live. It is? How is it live? The State of Play is live? Interesting. Let me go check. It starts at 5, right? 5 p.m. Eastern time. Sony. Yeah, it starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Parappa the Rapper. Oh my God. Yes. Please listen to Chaz. Chaz just, man. Oh man, I remember playing that on PS1. That was just so nostalgic, man. Parappa the Rapper. Man, that's a good one. That is a good one. They need to bring back a lot of these games from PS. Parappa the Rapper. Man, she took me back with that one. If you see me drinking from this little cup, it's because I'm drinking a double espresso. So right now I am wired. I am wired. God of War, Nintendo Switch 2, please make it cross-gen. Man, I can't. That would be so crazy. That would be so crazy. Yeah, I just looked up the rumor. I think it was Physique who brought it up. Was it Physique who brought it up? I wasn't aware of the God of War rumor, but I just looked it up, and yeah, there is Nate the Hate actually said it. Guys, Nate the Hate. He said that he heard whispers. He heard whispers. Yeah, I agree. Dream, I agree. So yeah, so it was Physique. So if that is true, if God of War makes it to Nintendo Switch 2, first thing I gotta take up my hat off to PlayStation. And as a Nintendo fan, I have to say, Nintendo, play nice. There are so many franchises out there. How about you take one of them and let one of those franchises be on another system? Take Metroid. I think Metroid is the perfect franchise to share with everybody, right? Because PlayStation is sharing. We have God of War, PlayStation is sharing, Xbox is sharing. You don't have to share everything you have. I know you can keep Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and all that stuff. But yeah, take Metroid. Let Metroid play with other, play with other people. Like, let Metroid be on Xbox. Let Metroid be on PlayStation. And so yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm only gonna go with the God of War, because if you ask me, I want Spider-Man. I want Horizon Forbidden West. I want Horizon. Is it Horizon New Dawn? New something? Is it Dawn? Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn. One of my all-time favorite games on PS5. If you ask me, but I'm not gonna ask Sony to give up their IP, right? Their best IP, and I understand that completely. So I understand that completely. But if Sony is willing to put one of their best IP on Nintendo Switch 2, then I'm like, Nintendo, okay. All right. I believe it. I believe in exclusivity, right? I believe in exclusivity because that just makes it better for everyone when it comes to competition. People are pushing each other. We always get the best. Is we don't live in a jumbled kind of thing. I believe that PlayStation is known for Spider-Man, Horizon, Astro, right here, and of course, Xbox is turning into a third party publisher, right? But I believe in exclusivity. But if Sony is extending a handshake to Nintendo and saying, "Hey, here's God of War," what? If it was a 3D God of War, maybe. Is it a? I mean, if it's God of War, period. Because even if it's a 2D God of War, a 2D side-scrolling God of War, that's God of War, man. And if it's a 2D side-scrolling God of War, it's still a God of War, and it's a brand new title, new game, right? Because God of War is normally a 3D game. It's normally a 3D game. So if God of War is coming to play to Switch 2, was it 2D? Is it a 2D? Then I gotta push Nintendo. Hey, Nintendo, let Metroid live a little bit on other franchises, Oh yeah, I heard it was a Metroidvania type. Ooh, that's interesting. That is interesting. That is very interesting. The Metroidvania God of War is on PC. Is it on PC already? Because I can look it up. I can look it up. Do. So again, I believe in sharing. I believe in finding common ground. And if there is a franchise that I believe that could benefit from it, and I think you can find a new audience, is Metroid. Metroid will be the greatest franchise for Nintendo to share with others, right? With PC, with PlayStation, with Xbox, put that game on Game Pass a little bit. So, again, if in today's PlayStation, you know what I miss? I miss background music. Oh my God, yes, background music in the store. Yes, I agree. And it's not because Nintendo they don't have the ability. They can do it. they can incorporate the Nintendo app. They can incorporate the Nintendo Music app into the system, and have you and allow you to play any background music you want, on Nintendo Switch 2. Like have the music app already embedded within the OS of Nintendo Switch 2, so that you can play music in the background from the Nintendo Today app. From the Nintendo Music app, and you have a huge library of music that they continually add, right? And you can set music. I want with it when I'm on the eShop, I can set this song on the eShop. When I'm in my home screen, I can set this song to be playing there. When I'm doing this, I want this song to be playing there. They have the ability to do that. It's not that big of a deal. They can do it, you know? And so, yeah, they can easily implement that into Nintendo Switch 2 and give us music. We have the Wii Music on the Nintendo Today app. And so it will be easy, super easy to do. Let me see here. Oh man, I need to charge my phone. And I put this in charge. Let's go ahead and move this over to Costa, Road Costa. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get that down here. All right. Like, for example, if I want my background music to be this, right? When I turn on my Switch and I want that to be my background music, you know? Or if I want my background music when I go on the eShop to be, let's say, this. You know? I'm just playing from the Nintendo Today app, from the Nintendo Music. You see? I'm playing music from the music app. Let's see here. What do we got? What else do we have here? And the Switch, and the NES, Zelda Extended. I mean, have they added the Wii game? Let's see, certified title. You know, I can add that as a background music on the Switch. You know, if I wanted to, that's the whole thing. Nintendo could do that. They could add music to the background and on the OS, so that we can select the music we want to play on the background for the home screen, for the eShop, wherever, man, wherever. You know? Let's see here. Perfect for the eShop. While you're just like, you know, going around the eShop trying to shop, having this music in the background, that'll be perfect, right? I can just hear the pots breaking every time you go into a house and you break the pots. It makes perfect sense because you're wasting you're not wasting money. You're spending money. You're spending money on the eShop. So you know. Nintendo, come on, man. You can do it. You can do it. It's not that big of a deal. It's like an app. Just add the music app to the Nintendo OS. Exactly. And you know, it's not like we're asking for free. You have to have NSO. You have to have NSO to have the Nintendo Music app, so you can have NSO. So, you know, you can have NSO active, and that will give you the ability to have background music for your Nintendo Switch too, and Switch. You know, got Goma. You know. I'm telling you. That would be the best thing Nintendo could do. Is you know, the background music for the eShop, for the Nintendo Switch 2, and you know, have the ability for you to just, you know, pick your music, have it automatically play when you turn on your Switch. You know, have it play in the background. So, you know. Oh, wait. This is the market one. This is the one for the eShop. It's called Market. So it you know, perfect for spending your money. Perfect. So yeah, there's a let's go back to the rumor. Perfect music for spending your money. Yes, I am 100% behind. Poll draws. Final Fantasy VII Part 3 needs to be announced today. I agree. But yeah, I mean, I'll leave that music in the background. And guys, if you have any music request, just leave it in the chat. I'll try to find it on the Nintendo Today app, on Nintendo Music app, and I'll have it play. You know, I'll have it play. But yeah, God of War rumored for Nintendo Switch 2 is a huge deal. It's a huge bridge. It's a bridge. You know, and don't forget the bridge is already there because Sony and Nintendo are already working together. They're working on the Legend of Zelda live action movie. Now, can you imagine, because it's Sony, that they announced they give you that this is Copium Max. Copium Max. I want to put that in front. I want to put this ahead of what I'm about to say. Copium Max. Can you imagine if Sony, because it's Sony, they released the first trailer for the live action Zelda movie on a PlayStation State of Play. I mean, it's an hour long, right? Lone Ranch. So Uncharted 5 will be another one, man. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But man, that'll be a big crazy. I mean, Nathan Haight said it. There has to be some credibility behind it. He didn't confirm it. He just said it. What do we got here? Kakariko Village. So I mean, so my top picks. If I were to make a ultimate copium prediction for today's state of play, on the top of my list will be maybe another Spider-Man movie or maybe Avengers that crosses over with Spider-Man. Okay. I think it's time for another Horizon game, right? Horizon Forbidden West is about what, 3-4 years old already. Another Horizon game maybe. Them bringing back some of the classics. Somebody mentioned Parappa the Rapper. My God, I played that game to no end on PlayStation. I played that game to no end. Parappa the Rapper. Jeez. Final Fantasy Remake Part 3 has to be there. Of course, there's that new God of War game, the Metrovania side-scrolling. Is it 2.5D, right? It's 2.5D. 2.5D is like a mixture of 3D and 2D, but it's side-scrolling, but it's still a mixture of 2D and 3D. Side-scrolling God of War. God of War? Is that what it is? God of War? Sonic Classic Collection. That'll be another one. So, yeah, man. But again, you know, it's an hour long. It's a full hour long. Obviously, they have something special planned, right? When it's a full hour long, it's Prince of Persia. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that, but you know, it's a 4 hour long, so they have to have something planned. But I always say to people, hey, listen, when going into a presentation like a state of play, a direct, or even an Xbox direct, right? Bring that level of expectation to the lowest point. Why? Because then there will be nowhere to go but up, you know. And so how does it happen? Well, if you go through an entire presentation and you find one game that you loved, you are already won. That's your game, right? I mean, there are 10 games. Let's say they announced 10 games. Realistically speaking, how are you going to buy those 10 games at the same time? You're not. You're gonna buy 1, 2, or 3. Some of them are gonna fall into your backlog. They're gonna live there for a while in the backlog, and then you'll eventually get to them years from now. You know. So if you find 1 or 2 great titles that you're looking forward to in a lineup of 50 games, then you already won. You know, that's the expectation you have to go in with to every presentation. And also take into account one Sony game. Take into account. I forgot what I was gonna say. Take into account nothing. Don't take into account anything. 10 p.m. UK, which will be 5 p.m. I think for some of us, we are 5 hours ahead. 5 hours ahead. That means you've already had the okay. What's the future like? What is this? My wish list on Steam is ridiculous. I mean, friends, can I tell you something? Can I be honest with you guys? Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something crazy? Can I tell them something? Look, I know we have the major consoles, PlayStation, right? We got Xbox, we got Nintendo. Those are the major three, right? But did you know that there's a sleeping giant? Sleeping giant is Steam. The sleeping giant is Steam. And they are just beginning to get into the console wars. They started with the Steam Deck. They started with that Steam machine, the Steam thingy that they released back in the day. That didn't work out that well. But Steam Deck is doing pretty well. Steam machine is coming up, right? And Steam is a place where you can buy so many games very, very cheaply. They always have so many titles on sale, and even AAA titles on sale, which is nuts. You know, so I am, as a gamer, I have my Steam account. I'm starting my Steam library. I just purchased the Steam Lenovo Legion S, Lenovo Legion Go S, which is the Steam OS one. And when the Steam machine comes out, I'm gonna get that too, because can't fall asleep on Steam. You know, like Steam. Yeah, Steam is kind of PC, right? But Steam OS is it's its own little nugget of a corner, right? And so the reason why I say this is because right away, when indie games come out, you have direct access right away to them via Steam before they make it to any other console. You know, Steam is like the home base for indie games. If you like God of War, I'm sure there's a Steam version of it somewhere, a similar game like God of War, in the Steam area, right? Same thing with Mario, same thing with Zelda. If you like those games, there is a Steam game that is similar to that Zelda game or that Mario game, platformer, right? And I'm sure that it sometimes it's even more fun. They put more effort into it, and it's cheaper, you know. So yeah, Steam is to me the sleeping giant. I'll have to friend request you on Steam. Yeah, I have a Steam account. I go under Indie Mania. That is a show that I run every single year. Indie Mania is a video game showcase I run every year, dedicated to indie games. And we're coming back this year again on July 3rd. And so I'm under Indie Mania on Steam. That's my main account. But yeah, I mean, Steam games. Spider-Man is there. Spider-Man 2 is there. Spider-Man Miles Morales is there. Yeah, God of War is on Steam, I think. Yeah, it is. It is. It's like everyone meets on Steam. And if Steam launches a successful console, that's it. Game over, man. Game over. Game over. Because everybody meets on Steam, you know? Steam is where everybody shakes hands, like PlayStation, Xbox, everywhere. Nintendo's the only one not on Steam. But God of War Ragnarok is on there? Wow. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. So yeah, you know, don't fall asleep on Steam. If you don't have a Steam account, of course it's free to create. Games are super cheap, man. Right now games are $70 on Nintendo Switch. For those $70, you buy like 10 games. For like $70, you buy 10 games on Steam. I'm talking about good games. I'm not talking about slop. I'm talking about really, really good games. You know? And yeah, you know, start investing now. Start investing now on Steam. Let's see here. Okay, sounds good. You can go ahead and do this. That's another thing. While we wait for Nintendo Direct, State of Plays, and Xbox Presents, all those. While we wait for all those, wait, let me. While we wait for all those while we wait for all those things to happen, Steam is always having these Steam Fest. Steam is always having these Steam Fest, right? They're always having Steam Fest, and Steam Fest is when they put a whole bunch of games on sale. Crazy, insane, right? Wait, the Switch 2 was out of stock. Not necessarily a bad thing. A bad thing if you're looking for it. Ooh, that's a good one. Resident Evil 9 on Switch 2. That's awesome. Yeah, because you can take it with you. You can play dock. Physique that's a very good way to do it, because you can play in dock mode, you can play handheld, take it with you. Man, this screen looks. Let me switch the controllers back to. Right now, this is I think this is the biggest screen on a handheld, right? So far, it's huge. I mean, look at it's big. It is huge. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, Mario Tennis Fever just launched today. Fantasy Rebirth. But go ahead and look at how big that screen is. So if you're gonna play on handheld mode, Resident Evil, then this is the way I recommend you play it. You play it, dock mode and 4K 60. I don't know if it goes up to 60 frames per second, but also in handheld mode, 1080, 120. And so look how big that screen is, right? And look how nice it looks. So handheld at 60. All right, yeah. So yeah, right now for mobile gaming, AAA mobile gaming, I think Switch 2 has become one of the top contenders, right? The ports that they brought to Switch 2 are great, Of course, yeah. Switch 2 is not the most powerful console. It's not the best looking one, but those ports look amazing, right? They look amazing. So, see here. Look at this. Hey, we've been streaming for an hour already. Full hour. Let's see here. So State of Play happening today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live streaming here the entire presentation. Now that I know there's a rumored game coming to Nintendo Switch, apparently God of War, a new God of War game, a 2.5D side-scrolling Metroidvania God of War title, rumored to be on Nintendo Switch 2. That is a big deal. That is obviously a day one purchase for me. Not only to support Sony for doing this, but it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. So thank you, Physique, for sharing that information. You just made me more excited for the State of Play. I do. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I do believe that Switch 2 could have Switch 2 OLED might have a bigger screen. Maybe 8.5. Maybe 8.5 instead of like a 9-inch, because this is already 8. Maybe 8.5. Not a full 9. I think 8.5 will probably be a good size for a Switch 2 OLED. I hope that they do switch to Lite with an OLED screen this time around. The Switch 2 Lite, I hope they do add an OLED screen, because if if they were to release a Switch 2 Lite, it doesn't have removable Joy-Cons. It's just one system, so they can actually put a good size 7-inch screen and make it OLED. A Switch 2 Lite with a screen the size of a Nintendo Switch OLED. I think a Switch 2, Switch 2 Lite will be the size of a Switch OLED, with hopefully with the screen like that. But let's see what Nintendo does. Let's see how they handle it. I don't expect anything right now because of what's happening with the RAM, right? The chip. There's another chip shortage because of the AI boom that's happening in the world. And so I think Nintendo right now is more concentrated on Switch 2, getting that one out the door. But eventually, in a year or two, we will be getting the next, the OLED and the Lite model for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I did hear that there was another company that was jumping on the RAM train, making chips also. That if that happens, that's actually good news for gaming, because that means that there's more supply, and games and systems don't have to go up in price. Something Little Big Planet will be so cool. Hey, nothing is impossible. You can't rule out anything, because you never know. You never know. I'm hoping that Fixture Games brings out the S3, that the Switch and Pro Controller clips into the game easier than LED stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. We'll find out today. It's a big day. It's a full hour long. It's a full hour long. You got still Mario? Legend of Zelda. Yeah. Let me show you guys what I just bought. Curry. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Norman, okay. So I purchased the Lenovo Legion Go S. Lenovo Legion Go S. The Steam OS version. It's also an 8-inch screen like the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's also 8 inches. The screen 8 inches, and it's also dockable like the Nintendo Switch 2. So Lenovo. Let's see here. Lenovo Legion S, right? Lenovo Legion Go S. I think that's the one, right? SteamOS. SteamOS. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the one. Let me go ahead and okay, I don't client offer. So this is the one I just purchased, but I did not pay this much. This is the one I just purchased. The Lenovo Go S powered by SteamOS Nebula Nocturne, same color. It goes for $792. That's not how much I purchased. That's not how much I spent, by the way. So this is the Lenovo, and the thing is that it's huge, right? It's big. It has an 8-inch screen TV, monitor. It has a Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. It runs SteamOS. I want it for Steam games. Integrated AMD Radeon, 32 gigabytes, 1 terabyte storage. It has the 8-inch WUXGA IPS glare touchscreen, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, the color thing, and so yeah, this is the one that I purchased. I got the one that's powered by SteamOS. There's the PC one, and then there's the PlayStation powered by SteamOS one. Yeah, the Steam Deck, I find it heavy, but I got the Rogue Ally, Xbox Ally now, and that's better to grab. Yeah. Well, the reason why I got this one is because I know you can play Steam games on PC, right? I have a PC game I have a PC game, like a mini PC where I get my Steam games, but I wanted something a little more powerful where I could play also the AAA titles on the system, either in dock mode or in handheld mode. Not only that, because I wanted to have better access to all the indie games that we cover in Indie Mania. And so I can have the access to that in handheld mode now. And, you know, I'm also going to start covering and playing Steam games so that I can do a top 10 Steam games on Steam, or, OS, on the Indie Mania channel, and also on this channel, So once this arrives, I'm going to be playing it for a little while. I'll probably do like an unboxing. I'll do a side-by-side comparison with the Nintendo Switch 2, right? So you guys can see the side-by-side comparison. It has 120 hertz refresh rate, just like Switch 2, 8-inch screen, same thing, color, vivid colors. Hall effects joysticks. Of course, it's dockable. You can dock it and play on your TV. Let's see here. And so, I can play a lot of the games that are on PlayStation on this also. It does have Linux, so you can use it as a PC type of as a computer, keyboard, mouse, all that stuff. But yeah, I didn't pay this. If you guys, I can tell you exactly what I paid. I paid half of this for it because I didn't buy it new. I bought it off someone online. And they bought it. They got it for their birthday or whatever, and they only played twice, 3 times, right? They're not into Steam games. I am, and so it cost $792. I only paid half of that. For it. I paid less than I paid for my Nintendo Switch 2. For essentially a more powerful console, which is crazy, And I'm happy. I can't wait for it to get it in. I'll do a video review on it because I want to cover Steam games because, man, if there were a place where you can get a deal, I have the Legion Go 1 and I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, as long as it's powered by Steam, you can play Steam. Yeah, that is awesome. I'm looking forward to it. The Legion Go. Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get it. Excited to review it on the channel. If you like Steam games, then get ready because they're coming your way. I have a video on the works where I take 10 Nintendo exclusive games and I offer you the Steam alternative to them. Some of them are even more fun than the first-party Nintendo game. And I have that video in the works. I don't have to do it for PlayStation because PlayStation games are on Steam. I don't got to do it for Xbox because Xbox games are on Steam. Although I can take 5 PS5 games and give you alternatives to those on Steam at a cheaper price. Well, for Steam, at least when I had the Steam Deck, I had the game downloaded onto the system. I didn't need to go on the internet. As long as the game was downloaded, I just played it. It didn't check the internet for anything. I remember because I was in a flight. I think it was Indie Mania, and I was in flight, and I didn't have Wi-Fi. I didn't pay for the Wi-Fi. I still have access to my games, so I didn't need any internet to at least for my Steam Deck. The Legion Go, I don't know how this works, but if it's Steam OS, it should work in a similar way, right? because the Legion Go is running Steam OS just like the Steam Deck. The only difference is the console, right? The Legion Go S is a more powerful console than the Steam Deck. But in my personal experience, I didn't have to log in. I did, as long as the game was downloaded onto my system, I had access to it. Oh yeah, and updates happen regularly too on Steam Deck, which is cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. We are living in the best times to be a gamer because there's so much out there, right? And sometimes we get tied up into one console, one system, and that's okay because, for a lot of us, our only system is the Switch, a Nintendo, and maybe because we grew up on the Switch, we grew up on Nintendo, and that's okay, right? But there's a lot more out there, and if you were to go anywhere else, Steam is like the best place to go. If you have a PC at home, if you have a PC, a computer that runs Windows, then you have access to Steam games. You have access to Steam OS, Steam games. Go to the Steam website. You can download the Steam app, and then have access to Steam games. If you have access to a computer, PC, and then you can even sync your Nintendo Switch controller onto onto the computer, or your Pro controller onto the computer. So you don't need to buy any additional controllers. Just download Steam onto your PC, and you have access to, depending on how powerful your PC is, you'll always have access to a number of games, right? If it's a gaming PC, you'll have access to a larger number of games, but you'll always have access to a number of games, and you'll be surprised how optimized these games are to run on regular PCs. There you go. And Sarah says that she got the app on her phone and she purchases games when she's out and about. Yeah. So that's really, really cool. I can't wait to get this in the mail. I'm excited. Let's see here. At Porton, Ports. Tech spec. Hey, look at this. It runs Steam OS and Windows 11 Home. Well, I'm guessing there's two versions of it. The Windows 11 version and there's the Steam OS version. Not sure if you can install Windows and Steam on it. It'd be interesting if you can. Because essentially it's the same system. Everything else is the same. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Steam, right? Ew, hold up. We got glasses? And I have to get the dock. I mean, I have a company who's going to give me the docks, but the Legion glasses Gen 2. Interesting. I might reach out to Legion, to Lenovo, because they sent me Lenovo sent me their recent the glasses that I made a video on. So I might reach out to my contact to see if they can send me the Legion glasses Gen 2, since I now have the look how they look. Look at this style. That's insane. Since I now have the Legion S Go or Go S, I'm gonna reach out to see if they can send me the glasses. That way I can include them in the review. Yeah, yeah, they sent me the Virtual Pro XR glasses. Waiting for my prescription now to play. Yeah, I have the Virtual Pro XR glasses. That's the video that I made recently because it has a dial in. If you have a prescription, you don't need to wear glasses with the Virtual Pro XR glasses because it has a dial right on top of here where you can adjust the I forgot what it's called, but you can adjust the settings up here so that it matches your prescription, which is insane. Oh yeah. I'll probably if I don't get the Legion glasses 2 ahead, I'll probably use them with the Virtual Pro XR glasses. They actually asked me if I was getting the Legion Go because they wanted to send me another pair of glasses they had. So I'll reach out to them and ask them if they still want to do that collaboration. At the time I didn't have it, but I'll ask them now if they want to do that collab. That way we can show you guys. I can show you guys, right? Mind you, if you guys didn't know, I'm sure 90% of you know, but if you didn't know, I am legally blind. Right? I am legally blind. So I only see through this eye. This eye, I can't see out of this eye. So basically, I'm a one-eye gamer, a pirate. I'm a pirate gamer. I don't pirate things though. So I should wear a patch. Why don't I wear a patch? Why do I make that my thing? Right? Hey, the guy with the guy with the patch. I should make that my thing. Because I only use one eye because I can't I'm blind with this eye. What do you guys think? Should I wear a patch and become like a pirate gamer? Hey, I'm already called Odyssey, which is like a journey on a ship. So I should already wear a patch. Maybe like a hat. Pirate Odyssey, Captain Odyssey. I mean, it makes sense since I'm legally blind. I only have one eye that works. The other one doesn't. I can wear like a patch right here, and just call myself Captain Odyssey. Come on the journey with Captain Odyssey. Arr, matey. Let's sail the 7 seas of Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, and maybe Steam. And I'll take you on a journey of video gaming industry. That could be my thing, right? Because everybody has a thing. Everybody got a thing. Some people like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge anybody over what the content they decide to do, what they don't do. But everybody has a thing, right? And it works for them. I could have the pirate thing. Captain Odyssey. Come aboard and sail the 7 seas and join us on this adventure. Journey. Or I could be a blind space pirate, which is actually better. More futuristic. A blind space pirate. I don't know how space pirates talk, so I really can't go there. Because I've never met a space pirate. I'm not sure if they exist. Probably do. Oi, Captain. Oi, Captain. There's a Cyclops in the Odyssey. Yeah. I mean, I can also do the Cyclops thing. Do the Can any of you do this? Can any of you do the split, like split each finger, like each finger like this? Can you guys do this? Like the split and do this part like that? That means you're meant to be in outer space. That means you're meant to be in outer space. You can do the Star Trek, kind of. That's Star Trek, right? It's Star Trek. I'm not insulting anybody, right? That's a Star Trek, right? Live, love, laugh, something like that. Love, live, love. What is it? What is the motto? Is it love, live, something, prosper, love, laugh? Isn't that what they put like on the board, like on one of those? They make live and let live, live and let live. It's life. It's life, and prosper. What's life? Live and let live. Oops, life. Oops. Live life. Live life, prosper. I need to look it up because it's gonna mess with my head. If I don't. Star Trek motto. Is it Star Trek? Because it says to go boldly where no man has gone before. The Vulcan salute: live long and prosper. There you go. That is it. That's it. Live long and prosper. I love that. That's pretty cool. That's the one. That is the one. Thank you, Steak. That does it. I'm gonna rename the channel Pirate Odyssey. Come in the journey as I wear a patch with an eye on it, and then sail the 7 seas or the galaxies. The galaxies with Mario. Sail the Mario galaxies with the pirate, not the sea pirate, the space pirate sounds better, sounds cooler. All right, my friends, I will be back here with the live stream for the State of Play at 5. It is right now. It's what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. We've been live streaming for like an hour and a half. And hopping lastly. So I will be back here. For the live stream. I'm also working on a video for today, so stay tuned for that. I'll be publishing that soon. Also tomorrow, the podcast is going to be pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded and already scheduled. Go ahead and click a reminder, hit like on the podcast. We will be live in the chat. But it is pre-recorded because it's Valentine's Day weekend. It's a special episode, very funny. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's gonna be fun to watch. And we'll be in the live stream for the podcast tomorrow. But I'll be back here in a little bit. I'll start streaming about maybe an hour before the State of Play, so we can watch it together, react, and then see what PlayStation has in store. All right, friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys later for the live stream of the State of Play. Hope you enjoy this little live stream here. Have fun, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Never give up. Journey on. Balloons. Peace.